the parent and the parenting. Last time we looked at parenting by assumption. In this part, we'll be looking at the unconscious parenting. So unconscious parenting is when is the parenting that is done without being fully aware of the responsibility that the parent has to a child. So as it is, or as it was before the child came, so it is now that the child has come. No change. I will look at two good examples from the scriptures, how people unconsciously parented their children. The first example was Hezekiah. Hezekiah was probably one of the best kings that ruled in Israel. And he had no son for so many years. So he could assume that nothing really matters. After his death, anyway, his children will not be on the throne. None of his children will be on the throne. Eventually, God gave him a son. And one of his experiences that he got was God rebuking him about what he has done wrongly. And God said, because of what you've done, in the generation of your children, this bad thing, that bad thing will happen. And the Bible said, he said, yeah, I don't really care. Thank God that in my own time, it's going to be peace. So what happens after me, I don't care. That was a case of a man that did not know that something has happened differently to him after having a son. That's unconscious parenting. And this king that can be adjudged one of the best kings in Israel later produced a son that definitely is among the worst king that Israel ever had. He committed so much atrocities that some of them actually, the hair will tingle when you listen to them. So how come a good parent produce a very, very bad child? Another example was a woman that the scripture said ruled over his son in sleep and killed the son. So you can imagine such a woman, before he had a son, must have been sleeping in a particular pattern, and after he had the son, she continued sleeping in the same pattern. That was unconscious parenting. That's always the tragedy of parenting unconsciously. There are many among parents that today, the way they watch TV, what they watch on TV before they had their children, is the same thing they are watching, even with the children joining them. For some parents, the same type of music they were listening to without the kids is the same type of music they are listening to when they have the kids. For some, the way they raise one child is the same way they want to raise many children. No, they are not differentiating between intelligence of the children. They are not differentiating between the emotions of the children. They are not differentiating between the personality of the children. That is an unconscious parenting. So it is very important that we live in consciousness of our parenting activities, knowing fully well that whatever we are doing is either contributing to the success of our parenting responsibilities, or is going to undermine the success of our parenting responsibility. So live consciously, and the grace of God is available to make it work well for you. God bless you.